Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead on this New Year's Eve day. I thought I didn't do a video last week because it was Christmas and I wanted a break, but I thought I would do a quick video. Well, it might not be quick, but a walkabout, take you with me, reflect a bit on this year 2023 and look forward to 2024 and what's going on. And they kind of make a mental note of what needs to be done and stuff like that, and sort of take you through that, more of a take you with me, I suppose, really, as I have a look around. It seems a good day to do that, both philosophically on New Year's Eve, but also because of the weather. It is, let's have a look, -5 at the moment. Yesterday was +4. We've got a few days of +3, 4. And you can see kind of there's just a dusting of snow left on the ground, so a lot of it's melted away. But next week it's going to go down to about -20, 21 centigrade, which is -5 Fahrenheit, something like that. So it can get pretty cold. So today's a good day to do that. So this time of year is weird because it's kind of everything's frozen, both literally and metaphorically, because whatever status it was in when the first frost came, hard frost, it stayed like that. So whether we were midway through projects or whatever, it's kind of frozen in time until spring comes and everything defrosts again. I'm kind of wondering about what I'm going to do. Let's go. First thing turned up last week, 2 or 3 days ago, which I'm very happy about, is our wood delivery. If you remember, I spent quite a lot of time doing up the roof, under the roof as we call it, making a wood store, and finally the delivery came last week. So we got some plywood on this side, OSB more, and then on this side we've got our sawn timber, plain timber, planed, and rough sawn timber underneath on the racking that I made, and that all worked well. So that means we can get on with the workshop outfitting, which I've been waiting for a long time. Looking forward to doing that as time allows. We've had quite a lot of damage to the oak tree behind us as well. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can. This is kind of hanging down here, waiting for that to fall down. So yeah, and some other projects as well. So that's kind of seems fitting that it turned up in the last week of 2023. So 2023, it's a funny old year. Doesn't everyone say that? I think people at the end of the year say, oh, it's been a great year, looking forward to more in 2024, or it's been a terrible year, I can't wait for 2024, and all those kind of things. I think, bearing in mind we arrived 5 years ago now, and if you don't know the whole backstory, I've never really shared it. We had to come, pretty much drop everything and come leave our world in the UK, and come and care for Gita's parents, whose father was quite ill. Gita came straight away and I came a few months later. I'm kind of walking towards the garden now. While I'm talking, I'm trying to get over a pile of snow carefully. This is all the snow that falls off the roof. It's always the last to melt. Falls off the roof, slides off the roof, and then. So yeah, 5 years ago we came here. No planning really. World turned upside down, and we just had to get on with it really. In at the deep end, as it were. And then I think this year, you can say, metaphorically, we came up for air. So yeah, we've had to sort a lot of infrastructure things out, kind of hit the ground running, as it were, all those cliches. But this year we still had stuff to get on with, which we did, but we had the chance to take a holiday and go to England. I'm coming into the garden, if it'll let me. Take a couple of weeks off, which involved, putting Gita's father-in-law in a home for a month and stuff like that, because we care for him at home. And left us free to go and have a well-earned holiday. Of course, there are a few consequences of that, not so positive, but the gardening and everything. But the holiday was really good for us as a family to go on a holiday, and then kind of take things easy, with the attitude of what happens, and we'll just get on with it. So that was that. So here we are. So we've come up for air. We've taken a good gulp of air, and then we're ready to hit the ground running again for 2024 and get on with some stuff. But with the kind of knowing that we've got a bunch of stuff, it feels good that we've got a bunch of stuff going, some infrastructure projects, some essential stuff, and coming into 2024 we can get going knowing that we've kind of broken the back of a lot of stuff. So if you've not found us before and you just stumbled across this video and I'm just, who's this rambling guy in Latvia? I'm Gary. If you've not seen the other videos, you know that we extended the garden, we doubled the garden, put a fence around it. I'm pleased to say the fence has worked. We've had no deer in the garden. We've still got some kale over there. The year before last, that was all eaten and gone. We've doubled the size of the garden, and there's a tarp on that. You can't really see it, it's under the snow, but there is a plastic tarp on that. It's killed all the weeds. And then next year we're going to do something with that. We haven't quite decided yet, but we'll probably have 5 or 6 long rows, and do a mixed, maybe some permanent, perennial planting, as well as annual. Maybe an extension, so more potatoes for sustenance, maybe more things like berries and all that kind of stuff. That's all coming next year. That's 2023, 2024. We're ready to go, really. Feels weird, we've now gone past the shortest day, longest night. Days are supposedly getting longer, although it's 2:45 now, in an hour's time it will be dusk. Sort of come around the corner of the house now. We're shooting some more snow. Let's come off the roof. It'd be really nice this year to get this all sorted out. More of a aesthetic thing. At the front of the terrace, and all this area down here, long overdue for a tidy up. What will we do? I don't know. We'll answer on the postcard. So, big project that I wanted to get the rest of these steps done. You can see that one of the problems when I built the terrace that I hadn't considered is that the trajectory of the snow falling is right in front of the steps to the balcony, which makes it quite difficult. If we got a snowblower, we could solve that problem really, but let's think about that. Get the front steps done, and then big outdoor project here is a social space. Now we've got some good infrastructure done now. We can do some stuff for us, and us involves some social space outside. It's really difficult to have visitors here because of the way the house is set up currently. Without a lot of major work, we can't build a big social space inside for us to have guests. Comfortably, they can come into the kitchen and it's no problem and have a coffee, but we can't really sit comfortably. So I think it would be good if we designed a social space outside with covering so that we can sit outside, not in the freezing cold now, obviously, in the middle of winter, but season extension. But we can invite people over. It doesn't matter whether it's raining or not. It could be warm in the middle of summer, but if it's raining, we can't sit outside at the moment, and we need to solve that. So I plan to rip all this out, all the bench and everything, and build a deck outside, which is covered. Thankfully, one of the big branches from the apple tree that faces over that way has fallen off, as you can see, and it's left a massive space where a nice roof would go. So that's very serendipitous, I think is the right word. So look forward to that. I've not mentioned that before, that project. So that's the first, you're hearing about it here first, as it were. We'll see. I'll do some designs and then we'll see what it looks like. What else have we got? Possibility. Well, that's almost a definite. Some stuff for us as a family so we can entertain. Outdoor kitchen maybe, that kind of stuff. Walking down towards the greenhouses now. Obviously we built the passive solar greenhouse last year. That's worked well. You've seen that in videos. It's, you know, packed down though for the moment of the winter. We really like the idea, this is going to sound crazy, of a third greenhouse. We've talked about it for a couple of years, but I think it's going to become a bit more of a reality here somewhere, behind me. Something simple, just a polytunnel, nothing like a passive solar greenhouse, just a big polytunnel that we can do some experiments in, grow lots of tomatoes, stuff that it's a summer growing area really, and possibly entertaining it as well if we get it big enough. Looking to at the moment I can't, in Latvia everyone's just doing polycarbonate like this behind me. You can't get the American style kind of hoop houses, high tunnels which are polythene covered, pleva in Latvian, with the steel frame, galvanized steel frame. I don't know why not. Have they fallen out of fashion or whatever, but it'd be perfect. We actually just want something simple, and it's difficult. So I've got my eye out on that. If you know of some, if you're a Latvian viewer and you know where we can get one, then let me know please in the comments. We've got the chickens in the greenhouse. Have a quick look in here. Don't see much of the chickens. A bit of chicken TV. Hello ladies. They got nice new feathers. They're looking decent at last. They were looking a mess towards the end of, well, as we came into autumn, but they've grown, they've molted right at the end of the year, a weird time really, before, especially because of how soon winter comes in here in Latvia. But they've got all nice new feathers and they look nice and fluffy, and they're ready for the cold snap next week. We need to get a few more bits in here, but they're doing a fantastic job at pooing everywhere. You can see the perch there. We move around every few days, so they do their droppings all in different places. I've got to work out how to get it working in the middle section, but that'll be nice and fertile soil for next year. We did this last year. If you're worried about you can't put chicken poo and all that kind of stuff, well you can. We did it last year and we had a fantastic harvest of tomatoes in there, so it works really well. Just dig it into the ground, and I mean they do it as well. They only scratch about. So yeah. What else? There's lots of, we've got to get quite a few trees down. We've had because of the weight, I put on a short actually a couple of weeks ago about the snow was causing power cuts because it was so heavy and there was no wind. It was hanging in the trees and weighing the trees down. So we need to, there's some power lines over there. We need to take some of those trees down, which are close to the power lines. We were really lucky. One fell on the power line and bounced off. So that was kind of a warning, really. And there's a couple of other trees about that we need to take down. Now's the right time to do it before spring comes and the water starts surging up. We've got a new car. I talked about it in one video, but we did get it. There, 4x4. I'm not really a car person. I'm not too bothered about cars, but we do need something that is reliable and safe, and will get us out of a stretch if we got stuck. So, you know, we've upgraded our car and got a decent one now, so that's good. You know, everything. Like I said, we took a deep breath in 2023 and got a lot of stuff done that set us right for 2024. So I think we're kind of all set. It's going to be good. So there's a sneak peek. I'm sure I've missed stuff, but there's a sneak peek into what's happened 2023 and what is happening 2024 moving forward. Let me take this opportunity to, ask you to, if you at any point like this video, give us a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and come along with us on the journey. Lots of other videos that of interest, in not just me walking around aimlessly and rambling on and on. And I wish you a really happy new year. You know, things aren't always great. I appreciate that. And I think I saw a quote the other day. Someone was talking about this society always tells us that we must turn negatives into positives. And we shouldn't feel pressurised to do that. Sometimes crappy things happen and we can learn from them and we can build upon them without having to convert them to something positive. I've not really talked much about it, but you know, we've had a tough time here in the last few years. So, but the tide is turning, I think. And maybe I've not shared a lot about it. We just kind of got on with it, really, I suppose. But maybe I will do. Maybe I'll do more of these walkie-talkie philosophical time reflective videos. Because I've got a lot of work coming up. Picked up some nice consultancy work. And that's going to keep me busy till March. So I don't know how much time I'll have for videos. Yeah. We shall see. Okay, well, thanks for watching and sticking around. I wish you a really, really happy and prosperous and blessed new year. Thank you for being part of what we're doing in 2023, and I hope you stick around for 2024. Please let others know about us and share on social media and all that kind of stuff, because it really helps us as the channel grows. I hope that we can bust through 10k subscribers very soon and onwards and upwards. So thanks again. For the third time, I wish you a happy new year. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.